Alright guys, I'm back with my review of this week's episode of Redneck Island, Season 2, Episode 4, Letting It All Hang Out. And just like the other episodes, this one focuses on one character, and that ends up being the person who gets sent home. And this one focused a lot on Lisa. It had a lot to do with Kelly too, but it was kind of predictable because the guys wanted to use the girls as safety nets, and that's exactly what they did, so it wasn't really a big surprise when Lisa got voted off. But the episode starts off with this challenge, the excuse me, I got a terrible cold. The tea bag challenge, where they have to go sit in this tea, and they're wearing these giant tea bag outfits, and they get all the tea soaked in, and then they have to drain it off of each other. And they fill up these water jugs, and as soon as they fill one up with tea, they get whatever items on the jug. So they can get like some moonshine, some sandwiches, as Steve Austin calls them, and some sweet tea and things like that. So I do like how they're doing that this season, where it starts off with a mini challenge to win an item for the entire camp, and then you get the reckoning, which is the one that decides which team has to vote someone off. So I do like that concept. And they get pretty much every single jug except for the sugar or the ice and the sweet tea, but they really just wanted the alcohol, and that's what they got. So Eliza's trying to stir up drama on the blue team because she's afraid that all the men are going to try and vote off the women. So she wants to stir up some drama, but why? I mean, they don't have the numbers. It doesn't matter how much drama she stirs up. On the blue team, it's 4 guys and 2 girls. And the guys are really just working together. There's no way they're going to turn on each other. So it doesn't matter what she says to these girls to say, hey, maybe you should try to pick off some of the guys. They just can't. They don't have the numbers. Even if that's what they wanted to do, which they try to do, it's not going to work. So at the reckoning, they have to do this hanging challenge where they hold up, I think it's Eliza and Kelly. And the rest of the team members have to hold this rope, and every 5 minutes a person gets taken off of the rope. And then it's left to the 3 members holding the rope, and so on. And it gets down to like 2 members on each team, and Eliza just passes out. I don't know what happened, the heat or something got to her, and she's out. So they take her down, the teams get a break, and then they restart the challenge, and somehow Southern Thunder wins. It comes down to Nick and Wade, and Nick actually beats Wade holding this rope. I was kind of thinking it's not very fair because Eliza got taken down. Blue team should have just automatically won, but they both did get a break, so I guess it was fair, and Southern Thunder won here. So at elimination, well, before elimination, Kelly is just freaking out because she knows that it's her or Lisa, and the team has already said they're sending Lisa home if they lose a challenge, and then they're going to send Kelly home next. They're going to get rid of the girls. They're just using them as a safety net, and Kelly's pissed off about this. She says it's not fair. You guys are just going to vote us in no matter what we do. Well, that's how the game works. I mean, you can't really complain about this. They have the numbers, and they want to keep the team strong. So why would they send in a strong player to keep you there? Eventually, they're going to want to send you off, and just like you're going to want to send them off. So it doesn't really make sense why they're getting so upset about this. Sure, it's not fair, but that's how it went when you pick teams. Joe picked a lot of guys for his team. Eliza's team could have had a strong team, but they kept voting off their strong players, and it's just going to end up the opposite on that team. It's going to be the girls sending the guys home on Eliza's team, and on the blue team it's the guys sending the girls home. So I mean, it's kind of just a toss-up. It's whatever you pick when you're picking captains and choosing teams, and right now the guys have the numbers, and I don't see that changing until they're forced to. So at eliminations, it's pretty predictable. They send Lisa home. Kelly tried to talk to Joe and get him on their side and say, hey, maybe Kelly, Lisa, and Joe can vote Justin in, and then it'll come down to a tiebreaker. Still not sure what that means or what happens in a tiebreaker, but she tried to do that, but it wasn't going to happen. Joe's not going to turn on the guy's team. if he did vote for Justin, he was kind of screwed either way, because then the guys would know he voted for Justin and be pissed at him, and he would be next on the chopping block. And if he didn't vote for Justin, Kelly's going to be hell back at camp. So either way, he would have a big problem, but I would much rather have Kelly mad at me than the rest of my team, and possibly end up being sent home next. So yeah, I think he made the right choice sending Lisa home, and they got to keep the team strong if they don't want to be sent back up to Steve's place. So anyways, it was a decent episode this week, but there wasn't really anything exciting, and it did feel kind of predictable. But yeah, next week, pay attention to who gets a lot of focus, because whoever they spend a lot of time talking about or doing interviews and stuff for, that's usually the person that gets sent off the island. But anyways, that's my review of this week's episode of Redneck Island. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave your thoughts on this week's episode in the comments, and thanks for watching.